Let me extract the zip. Oh, I guess Shiny's gonna come watch. Hello, everybody!
Pew!
Welcome back to the stream. It's time for Pyo.
Yeah, we're reviewing my new game!
See, I gotta
I'm
extract
excited.
it.
I'm excited, I'm
Did I already
excited, I'm
extract it?
excited, I'm excited.
No, it's not extracted. Extract. Yeah, extract all, please. Thank you.
Game reveal, game reveal. Pew!
Cassie's very excited to share this with you all.
Pew, pew.
Okay. Is the file called drop.exe? Like, did you name it that? Like,
Yeah.
as an old name for it before you knew what it was going to be?
That was the name for a different game, and then this game was kind of like shoved into that game, and
Oh,
then
I
I
see.
just... Yeah.
Oh, I get it. It must be something like that.
Yeah. I'll change the file name sooner or later.
Glitchy says she's excited.
Pew pew! Yay! Pew pew! I'm excited, I'm
Add
excited,
game
I'm
capture.
excited.
Glitchy says, hey Cassie. Oh, the game's running.
Yeah?
Oh.
Could you say, hey Cassie?
Hit the screen.
Yo, and
Let's
find
restart
the
it. Oh, okay, so I can put it in a window. Hold on, everybody,
Oh.
1 sec.
It's displaying weird.
It's displaying weird?
Oh, there we go. There we go. No, it's displaying
it's just
fine
zoomed
now.
in. Okay. Let me adjust the volume of it. Open the volume mixer. There we go. Let's drop this down very small. So you're just getting... You're not really getting gameplay here yet. Getting failure.
Yeah, you're getting whatever this is.
Okay, I have... Oh, I can pause it. I forgot about that.
Yep, I added pausing.
I'm moving...
Just today, actually.
Moving the chat over. Okay. Everything can be seen. Just... Okay, I can... Oh yeah, because this is like a square. Square. I can
Yes.
shove it over.
Square game. I've been really into square aspect ratio lately.
There's Biss. Oh yeah,
It's this!
there's still one temporary asset in the game.
Oh
which is
yeah, the rectangle.
box. Yeah. So when you
It's
see that
wiggly game!
so when you see that rectangle, just know that it won't be there
Yeah.
later.
That's the indicator for when you're above screen.
Yeah, and Biss is in
I
this
haven't
game.
changed it. The game is mostly finalized though, so it'll be out soon.
Yay. You just gotta do like a menu still, right?
Yep. And of course the background art you
no.
said you wanted to do.
Yeah, and also make it so you don't have to manually restart, I assume.
Right.
Yeah, just little things you gotta do. So if you want to explain how the game works, and all, you can do that.
That's where the idea comes from. I was playing, if you know about Pyoro/Beans from WarioWare. So no, I've never played WarioWare. I just had Bird and Beans on my DSi as a kid. And then I
had
found
Bird
it
and
again
Beans.
recently as an adult, and I was like, oh, this is good.
I had Bird and Beans on my 3DS. Because I never had a DSi.
So I was just playing the game, and I really like Bird and Beans, and I was just thinking, what if Bird and Beans, but you could jump? Like, what if it was a platformer? So that's what this is. This is like, you gotta get the beans to not touch the ground, or else they break the ground. And you can like jump and dive and bounce off beans, and if you bounce off a bunch of beans in a row without touching the ground, you get really big multipliers. And if you get 100 points, then Biss flies in, so you can hit them to make them drop their block.
I like to call this game Bird and Biss.
This game is like really surprisingly fun. I've just been playing it.
Oh no, it went right off.
Like I've been like, I feel like I play it more than I even work on it. I've been playing it like all day.
That's me with pizza time. So it's a sign that you've made a good game. If you enjoy playing it yourself.
Also, I put a lot of work into making sure that Margie, who is the chicken, that's Margie, I wanted to make her really bouncy and squash and stretch. So there's a lot of that.
Oh no! Your presentation for this game has really come together. I'm enjoying watching it.
Thank you! You think so?
Yes. Speaking of time,
that makes me happy.
Speaking of things I'll have time to do soon, such as that background you mentioned, I'll also be able to do. I'll be able to finish our animatic sometime soon. Finally have time for that.
I'm really happy with how the look of this game turned out. I'm so proud of myself.
Yeah, you should be. Oh, there's Biss.
Bird and Biss.
Oh. Lost my
your high score is 962 in this version.
Yeah, I just got that a bit ago. Oh!
I've started to add settings, but there's not a menu yet.
Oh, okay.
And also, the only setting so far is the ability to disable screen shake.
Oh, I see.
I'm trying to figure out how to disable the wiggle as well. Just to make sure that nobody, if the wiggle is distracting for you or it makes it hard to play, then just you can turn that off.
And
I've been trying to make the ability to... Yeah?
Oh, I wanted to tell the chat, I've been telling Cassie that I think this game looks like a children's book or a children's cartoon.
Yeah.
And the music adds to that too. I was telling her it sounds like a PBS Kids cartoon.
I think I've been channeling that flavor a little bit. Yeah, I've been trying to figure out how to make it so you can change the game speed as an accessibility option too, but I haven't. I think Unreal has a setting for that, but I haven't entirely been working within their framework, so I don't think it really works.
That's very easy if your game is frame dependent.
This game is frame dependent, but I don't want to just turn down the frame rate. If you want to slow the game down, because like it runs at I wouldn't want it to become like a total slideshow. I think that might make people sick.
Oh, it was different. Well, because in Game Maker it didn't make it into a slideshow. Because it I don't remember exactly how it worked, but it just made the game look like it was in slow motion, as opposed to actually looking lower frame rate.
What, really?
Yeah.
Did it interpolate between frames or something?
If you change the frame speed, it just made the game run in slow motion.
Weird.
Cause when it has slowdown, it doesn't look choppy. It just looks like slow motion.
What the dunk?
Well then what did we do cause remember we did that in Super Climb Up and it just made the game run in slow motion. You were the one who told me to do it that way, by the way, Biss. You were like, just lower the frame rate. Like, okay. No. Because we didn't go into that, we just lowered the frames. That was it.
Do you all like my tiny little game?
Yes, I love it.
My little bouncy chicken game.
You're the one who made me do it the way I did it, Biss.
This one's got a chicken in it.
Because I thought it was gonna have to be something complicated, and you were like, no. Like, you got, like, upset at me. You were like, just lower the frame rate. Oh, Shiny's here. She says she loves the game a lot.
Yay! I'm proud of the adaptive music. I think I
really
want to
cool.
make it a little bit longer because it's just a 10-second loop. Like, maybe I'll double that. But I'm really proud of it.
Yeah, I don't even notice, really, that it's so short.
Yeah,
It's up to
like
you if
it
you wanna
helps
make
that
it
it's
longer.
adaptive.
Oops. I want to beat my high score again. She says she loves the art a lot. I see.
Yeah, I put a lot into the adaptive music. It's basically the rules for it got a little more complex than I kind of wanted, but I think the result is really good. So basically the drums are kind of tied to every 500 points you get. Excuse me.
I think the
So the
reason why it's
drums-
harder is just because I'm also trying to pay attention to the chat. Maybe I should let you be the one to read the
Yeah.
chat, Cassie.
Oh, good idea. So the drums kind of get boosted every 500 points, but then the rest of the instruments, they sort of fill out as you increase your multiplier. But the thing I didn't like about that was every time I lost my multiplier, it would go like right back to the beginning, so there would be no bass, you know, no piano, nothing. So what I ended up doing was it's still based on your multiplier, but as your score increases, the minimum requirement to like get up to each instrument
Ooh, I got
decreases.
33.
So eventually it can get down to 0, and then since you always have a multiplier of more than 0, it's basically just added to the track at that point. And I think that I really am proud of the results of that. I think it sounds great.
Close.
My high score is 8 shy of 3,000.
Oh, dang.
If anyone can beat it, I'll scream. I'm really excited for people to play this.
I'm really excited that I'm getting to like show it here. I get the honor of being the first to show
Really?
it. Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
That makes me happy.
I am honored.
It's a wiggly game. It's a bouncy game and it's a wiggly game.
Oh. I love it. I think you've really outdone yourself with the presentation, as I've told you before.
You think so?
Yeah. Said before. Like, I think this is like all of your strengths coming together.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
How come?
I just think it's like sort of like peak usage of your art skills and your art, like design. Your art style.
Yay!
That's what I'm trying to say.
That makes me happy.
Peak Cassie art style.
It's very baby. This is a game for babies.
Oh, there's that
If you're not a
piano
baby, you can't play.
thing that you mentioned.
Oh,
Also,
the
look at my
piano
score.
show?
Yeah.
Huge multiplier girlfriend.
Woo! That's, I think, the best score I've ever gotten in this game so far.
Ooh,
I think that's
you're
my new high
absolutely
score.
krilling it.
My new personal best.
Do you like that if
glad
you
I
get
got to do
blown
that
up by
on
a
stream.
bomb? Like, nice work. That was awesome.
Well, I got the bomb the moment it touched the block, so the block went away, but it didn't explode.
Oh yeah, I like when that happens.
Feel like you're a cool
'Cause the-
kid when you pull that off.
The bomb doesn't explode until it reaches the bottom of the screen.
Uh-huh.
So there's a little bit when it touches the block.
Pro strats. Except for not really, because you still lost a block, but... Oh, almost.
Do you like that if you get caught in an explosion, then you get, like, launched up?
Yeah. It's only a benefit to you, really.
Yeah. I did that because whenever I was, like, chasing a bomb down into a pit, it was really frustrating to get, like, so close to grabbing it, and then it would blow up and I would fall and die. So that's what that's all about. I wanted to get blown up.
I think I have to play this with
also,
So I think I have to play this with the with the analog stick as opposed to the D-pad because I have to rock my thumb back and forth so often that it was hurting on the D-pad. Although
yeah,
I get more precision that way.
It works out pretty well on the control stick because like it only takes left and right inputs, so like that's a pretty broad range.
I can get faster inputs on the D-pad though, but they're more painful. So I have to.
Oh.
I would rather not have the pain than the precision. I can probably get used to.
Elena, do you know about the new little like mini mechanic with Biz?
What is that?
Do you know how to fast fall?
No.
Use one of the triggers.
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing. That's new to me.
Yeah.
You really squish when you do that. You turn into a chicken pancake.
Did you see how it made them drop their block?
Oh yeah, I remember you talking about that.
Yeah. I like it because you can only like obviously when you use it you're touching the ground, so you would lose your multiplier. So it's only really useful like if you don't have much multiplier, which I think worked out because a lot of the time it's like way too.
Oh, there you go.
It's like really painful to be on the ground with Biz up there, and it's like, please, I need help.
Jenny says the little Biz is very cute. I agree.
Nice polish and QOL. How come? Thank you.
Also, you recorded all the sound effects yourself, right? You should mention.
Yeah, there ended up being a theme where they're all mouth noises.
Although, the sound when they break a block is like a little boop.
Oh yeah, that's still temp.
Oh, that's temporary.
Yeah, I think that's the last temp sound left.
I do like it though. I would feel sad to have it gone.
I mean, I don't think I even own that sound. I just ripped it offline because I needed a sound to just test with.
It's so simple that like I don't know. Simple enough that you could claim you just coincidentally made it something that sounded similar.
Yeah. I was gonna do mostly Foley sound effects, but it just kind of ended up having a theme of just mouth noises, so I went with it.
I have one Foley thing planned for Gray Area at the moment.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I told you about it, remember? Where like,
oh,
for
yeah.
the sound for going through all the scrap metal, I'm going to record rummaging through my big bin of Hot Wheels. That makes a very metallic, like, rummaging through stuff noise. And I might edit it to be, like, compressed, like bit crushed, to go with the pixel style. I sometimes feel weird doing, like, very, like, realistic sounding sound effects in pixel art games. Although I sort of go back and forth. Sometimes I like real sounds, and then sometimes I like more like bit crushed stuff. Or just, you know, made with like chiptune noises, sound effects.
It's gonna be a hassle to make an options menu for this. I'm almost tempted to just make it, like, just have a config file instead. Almost.
Oh, I'm in the 40s again. 42! Oh, new high score!
Heck yeah! Nice work!
I didn't hold on to it very long. I get distracted by the fact that I have a new high score. That's always a problem for me in games. When I start doing good, then I start, like, getting nervous.
Rest in peace.
Which then throws me off.
Rest in chicken.
That has always been the limiting factor on me
Elena's
doing good in
Margie,
games.
the little chicken.
Is what point can I get to before I start getting nervous is the point at which I can no longer do it. Like I start like sweating and I feel like, you know that feeling when like your adrenal glands go off and you feel like that surge. I get that. I think adrenaline, if I remember correctly, is like the fastest acting hormone in
Good says
your
she
body.
drew some art. Let me check. Is it in FlutterBug? Oh. Oh, that's so cute! Oh, I love this! This is so cute! Aww.
Aw. Every time that I stop playing this... Every time I stop playing this game, everything looks like it's stretching. Everything looks like it's stretching vertically right now. It's a weird illusion that happens. Yeah, there it is. Pyo!
Gosh, your high score is like
wow, it's really
half of
bad
mine.
this time. Everything
pretty
is moving
good.
up.
Oh no.
I guess cause my eyes get used to everything moving down, and then they like overcompensate.
Oh
and
no.
everything looks like it's going up.
Hopefully once there's a background in, maybe that won't happen.
I mean, still the majority of things are going to be moving down.
Yeah, but there will be a stable point of reference.
Well, the same thing would happen when I would play Bird and Beans.
Oh.
And there's various other games that do this to me as well.
Yeah,
Usually
lately
scrolling
I've
shooters.
just been on I've been on a bender of just like playing arcade games and then being like, what if this was a platformer? And I think that's really good because arcade games are small.
That's why it's funny to me that earlier you were against the idea of Splatoon having a platformer. That's your one exception.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that that's a thing that I wouldn't want myself, because...
My dream was to have a 3DS Splatoon game. I always kind of wanted that, but that's never gonna happen now.
Oh, look in chat! Somebody said, I see a cutie playing a cuties game. Cutely. That's so nice.
Sassy Lavender. Thank you. Well, we got more viewers for Pyo than for Splatoon, so that's good. I was hoping we'd get some more people for this.
Yeah, me too. I'm really glad. I'm really happy people are liking it. I'm so proud of Pyo.
Yeah, I think you did a great job. I knew people were gonna like it.
It makes me happy. Yeah, this, I agree. Splatoon already is a platformer. It doesn't need
Well, that's what I said, because, well, that was my example, was like, there was the story mode stuff. And I was like, what if there was a game that just focused on doing more of that? And really making it into purely a platformer.
Hot dog.
Because the Octo expansion was kind of that, but like within the game, you know.
Also, I like the way the background is like adaptively made of stripes. It ended up being really pretty. Like, I didn't think having like random stripes in the background would look any good in the prototype, but then once I started putting art to it, it just started looking really pretty, and I was like, wow, I love this.
Yeah, Cassie.
It like became aesthetic.
I was telling Cassie before, I knew people were going to love this game because people love Cassie, and people love the stuff you do, and people love cute stuff, and so it's a Cassie-made cute thing with lots of polish. People are going to love it.
Is this really polished?
I think so. There's no glitches or anything, it just feels real smooth to play it. Everything just works.
No kidding! I thought it was a bit messy.
Well, I mean, the art style
I guess
is
that's
by
how
design,
programmers always feel. Yeah, the background stripes were kind of just, like, because I was trying to, like, every time Biss would come on screen, who in the beginning wasn't even there, it was just a block, because everything was placeholder.
Yeah.
We should show what the game looked like in the earliest builds.
Oh, I still have that on my computer.
Oh my god, yeah. You could show, like, the
I'll
first
show that
build
after this
that you
round.
got.
Yeah, it was PO Test 2.
So yeah, the thing with the stripes is that whenever I would, like, try and get Biss to drop their block, like, I could never really line it up with a pit. So I just thought it would be cool to put stripes so that you could tell where the pits were, like, really easily.
And then
so that
also
you wouldn't have to
changed
be
the
constantly
speed, right?
bouncing at the ground.
You made Biss spend more time over the stripes.
Also, I made it so that when Biss is over a pit, they move a lot slower so that it's easier to get them to drop the block over a pit. Because, like, getting blocks to land on a pit is, like, better than making stacks. Because the bomb beans can destroy a whole stack in one go.
Speaking of arcade games, now I want to do a I've wanted to do a Pac-Man stream for a long time, right? Or just an arcade game stream.
Oh, cool!
I'm reminded of that. 'Cause I'm really good at a lot of those old arcade games. Because I
pretty much
playing
everything
them all
in
the
this
time.
game just comes from playtesting a really basic prototype.
Uh-huh.
Like, initially, it just had a single jump, right? And then I was like, okay, I want more air control.
Oh my god. That's
so...
kind of how Pizza Time Explosion came together, too.
Really?
Yeah, was just playing it a lot. Oh, wait! I survived! I thought I died! I'm still going.
Oh, really? How'd you survive?
Oh,
I'm behind.
I think it was a bomb. That was close to my high score.
Nice. See, I love, I made it so that the playfield extends pretty far below the screen. So you can really chase a bean down there.
Boy, everything's stretching. Stretching real hard, oh my god. Okay, we want, let's see, downloads, downloads.
Also, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so then I added a double jump, but the double jump just made it too easy to get height, so then I switched it to a dive, where you dive sideways, and that was when I really was like, oh, this is good.
I think this is a similar this is just where your body gets used to something, and then you take it away, and it, like, doesn't get back to normal for a second. Like, you know that thing where you, like, press your arms against the sides of a door for a while, and then you stop, and then your arms just sort of, like, move themselves back into the position for a bit? Because they're used to it. Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
Oh, where it's, like, really hard to, like, get your arms not to be in that position anymore.
How long do you have to do it?
I mean, you just push on it as hard as you can for like 10 seconds or so, and then you can feel it a bit.
I don't like that.
Oh. We did that in school, I remember.
No, don't do it. That's terrible.
Oh, I thought it was interesting. It's just muscle memory.
I can't wait for everyone to see how ugly this game was when it was just a prototype.
The potato version? You'll see why it's called the potato version in a second.
Because the thing
Zazzy
with this
Lavender
version
also says, this looks like a fun game. What platforms so far?
Just PC. So far.
Let me move
That's
this
all
over.
I'll say. So far. Just
oh yeah, there you go. It's the potato version.
Yeah, the thing with this version is that I was really just trying to prototype gameplay, but I needed like a few sprites, so I just like scribbled together some really quick sprites. Oh,
yeah.
this was before the stripes were even implemented.
Yeah, and this one's much harder to control. This was back when I still wasn't like sure how I felt about it. But that was just because it was very early. I could tell there was potential though, for sure. It's like, well, keep working on this and we'll see how it goes.
This was even before the bonk, where you could bonk into the wall to get a bounce.
Yeah. Also, it's so much floatier and less precise. Like,
yeah.
And you also don't go up as high. That was my complaint. Remember, was like it's too hard to get up to the beans.
Yeah. I'm really glad I dramatically changed the fall speed. I think that's what made it a lot more exciting.
Yeah, it's so much better now.
Because this game was really floaty.
Yeah, we're doing our live version of the cutting room floor for this game.
Yeah.
Also, it had this weird thing where the sprites didn't load in immediately all the way.
Yeah, that seems to happen with all of the like all of the pixelated sprites in this game, which is weird. Like I've never had that happen with Bree. I don't know what that's all about.
Yeah, I can't help because I don't know anything about Unreal.
Yeah, like fortunately, once I started putting in the hand-drawn sprites, then it just stopped happening. So cool. Elena, do you see why I added the bonk when you dive into the wall?
Yeah, it's a good feature. It's really hard to do combos in this early version.
Do you ever find yourself like diving into a bean and then like just hitting the wall instead?
Sometimes, I don't know. But this actually I'm doing way better.
I just saw you do it.
I'm doing
But that was
better.
happening to me all the time, and that's where the bonk came from.
I'm doing way better at this version than I did when I originally played it. I think because of practice with the newer version. Why that bean that bomb bean just went through the whole stack that I had there and then still exploded.
Yeah, that's what bomb beans do.
Oh, I didn't know
You
that.
really gotta be careful with bomb beans. Yeah, they've always done that.
I never knew that. I learn something new every day. Wonders how high the boop noises can go. Yeah, there you go. I think we got a good idea of this prototype.
Yeah.
You want me to show the main game a bit some more?
Sure.
Cool. The real
beep, beep,
PO.
Boop. Beep beep boop. Beep 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 boop.
Can the real PO please stand up?
Gosh, this game definitely had a glow up.
Really?
I'm so proud of it.
My games don't ever have versions that really look like that because I make my game's graphics first and then put the game together.
See, that's what I normally do, but I wanted to try something different when I was developing PO, and I think we can all agree that it paid off.
Pizza Time was a little bit like that because I just didn't have very many graphics to begin with. But I still had like drawn the pizza. The pizza sprite for Pizza Time was...
did you know that all of the collisions in this game, well, except for collisions with blocks, are based on proximity rather than collision boxes?
Interesting.
Yeah, so every time you collide with a bean or with Biss, it's a proximity thing.
I guess for a game like this, you don't really need more than that. Just simplifies your work a lot.
Think like I feel like it works especially well for things that don't have like that you don't really collide with. You just kind of yeah, and also for things that you don't really like collide with, because like with the ground, you obviously need exact collision because it's the ground and you stand on it, but you don't really like stand on the beans. So I thought that it would be fun to try basically circular circular hitboxes, and it worked out. I like it, so it worked.
Pizza Time, I think, well, was kind of both. I had I had graphics to begin with, of course, but I also had to, you know, start with the gameplay because it was a very unique sort of thing as well. And most of the gameplay and stuff in that came about, like you said, with this one, where it was just I played the game and thought about what I would want it to do and how I would want it to feel. And I didn't really have much of a plan or any ideas before I went into it. I had to have the game in front of me to like understand it myself. So
right, like the kind of game that almost designs itself.
Yeah, that was most of the development, was just polishing stuff, as I always say. Which seems to be most of the development of this game too, was just polish.
That's good to hear, Glitchy. How come? How did I give you creativity? I must be magic.
Well, Glitch has said the same thing about my games before too, so we're both special, I guess. It's a very good feeling to inspire somebody else.
You can't stack them to the top, and actually I need to... In theory, I think you could manage an exploit where if you stack them high enough, the bomb beans couldn't, like, get rid of the whole stack, so you could cheese it and just stand there forever and rack up an infinite score. So I need to fix that potential exploit. I've never actually done it, but I think it's just theoretically possible to make a big enough stack that the bomb beans can destroy it.
That reminds me of how I had to do the score caps in Pizza Time, just for theoretical situations.
See, I didn't want to cap anything in this game. I don't like the idea of doing that.
It was just so that thing, well,
not for this game, at least.
It was important for Pizza Time because of the way the multipliers work. Things could balloon to infinity fairly easily if I didn't, like, carefully tailor it. That was a lot of the work, was just carefully tailoring the score stuff so the scores felt good and also had, like, a reasonable, like, not like a... Like, it's like a soft ceiling, like you can get above it, but you just can't get, like, endlessly above it, if that makes sense. Like, you wouldn't be able to, like, you wouldn't go to infinity anymore. Like, through, like, reasonable human ability.
Also, do you like this squelching when Margie pings off of a bean?
Mm-hmm.
Have you noticed it? I think it's a kind of a subtle effect, and I think I might want to push it a little bit more. But have you noticed it?
Yeah, I
like the
squishing
squelching when she pings off. Oh, good.
This is a very squishy game. I like it. Biss must be proud because they like to make squishy games.
There's even a thing where, like, it's barely like a mechanic, because it's not, I don't think it's, like, good for anything, but when you land, Margie bounces a little if you landed from high enough.
Biss is the squash and stretch queen. So they must be proud of this.
The princess of Squetch. Yeah, that's Biss.
Biss is in the game. That's why I call the game Bird and Biss.
Yeah.
Because there's a bird. There's two characters, are a bird and Biss.
Yeah, Biss is, if you've ever played Bird and Beans, there's, slash Piaro.
There's little angels.
There's, like, there's the white beans, and when you eat them, like an angel comes down and, like, places a block in the nearest pit.
Uh-huh.
And the reason Biss, like, the reason I did it this way is because I thought it would be cool if you had to, like, platform up there, and also if you could kind of choose where the block goes, so that you could, like, stack and fill pits and stuff. And it's also a little bit of a challenge to get the block exactly where you want it.
This is fun for me to hear about, because this reminds me so much of when I did Super Climb Up, and just looking at Ice Climber and seeing what I could change about it or add to it.
No kidding.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I definitely have Doro to thank for this game. I think in the end it wound up like being more obvious than I wanted. That I borrowed ideas from Pyaro. Actually, the name Pyo is obviously I just cut the row off of Pyoro, but that wasn't supposed to be. Well, the name I would just kind of like. In the beginning, I was very much just sketching and trying to make something. And so that was just kind of a working title. But then I just found it was really satisfying to say just pew pew pew.
Yeah.
So it just became the name.
It kind of sounds like a chicken sound.
It kind of does. Like in Spanish, little baby chickens, the onomatopoeia they have for what they say is pio. So it kind of works. Yeah, hopefully Nintendo doesn't knock on my door over this. You know what? Actually, it probably wouldn't even be them. It would probably be Wario coming directly to my house and being like, Cassie, what is this?
Oh, before I forget it again, I wanted to mention, random aside, that the pizza sprite in Pizza Time Explosion was based directly on the pizza sprite from Super Climb Up, which is one of the random like food items that you could find in the ground in Super Climb Up.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Wario comes to my door and assimilates me into the next WarioWare game. That's my fate.
Hey, Cassie! I heard you making games! Why don't you make them for Wario?
Yeah, that's my punishment for taking ideas from Pyoro. I also wasn't planning to copy the look of the beans, but I was just kind of doodling. The art style for this came about when I was just sketching, just trying to come up with ideas. I was just sketching, and then I drew out this chicken, and I really liked her, and I was like, okay, that's her. And then I drew her next to one of the beans from Bird and Beans, and I was like, well, I really like that, I'm just gonna steal it.
I don't think you can copyright a bean, so I think you're fine.
Yeah, I hope there's no, like, potential for me to get in legal trouble with this. Because I feel like there's definitely ideas that are drifted. But it's also a totally different game, if that makes sense.
Yeah, this doesn't feel anything like playing Pyoro, so...
Right. Because in Pyoro, you gotta sit on the ground and stick your tongue out to eat the beans. Little Pyoro doesn't, like, move or jump off the ground. This one's all about the diving
also,
and
the stream
bouncing.
health is just terrible for some reason. We're dropping tons of frames.
Oh no!
I don't know why it's so bad. It was fine during Splatoon, which I thought would have been a heavier load. Because we were connected to, I was connected to you, I was connected to the game. But we had no dropped frames during that at all. We had like less than 100. And now we have like 12,000 dropped frames.
What? Holy skunk!
7.7% of all frames have been dropped.
That can't be normal.
No, I don't know what the problem is. You'd think that this would stream just fine. Like, everything looks normal other than we're just getting terrible bitrate. The bitrate is dropping really low all the time.
Do you think it's the internet?
I don't know, because like I said, you would have thought it would have been worse during Splatoon because like more internet was being used.
Oh yeah.
Look at speed
I'm
test.
really happy everyone likes the game though.
My download speed is really high, as usual. Like 100 megabits per second. Upload speed is a little low. 6 megabits per second. But that's still higher than the bitrate I have set. That's like...
I'm just stuck on this one frame where Margie's looking at a bean with a tiny 4 next to it.
Yeah, I paused the game.
Oh. Yeah, I gotta have some kind of indication that it's paused. No, not yet. I just put in pausing today, literally.
After I did the speed test, inexplicably it's fine again now. Oh wait, no, and then I started playing the game again. And now it's bad. Is this game just like really CPU heavy or something? Because remember I had a terrible time running it Yeah, when I pause the game, the stream health goes way up. I think it's the game. Let me look at. Let's open Task Manager. Oh yeah, I'm getting extremely high CPU usage.
From this game?
Yeah, that's the highest CPU usage right now. Let me put this here. I guess OBS just has no CPU left to use.
Optimized, but that's wild. Are you kidding me?
CPU usage is like
that's not 60%. Good. I really donked up, didn't I?
Aw.
No, what? That doesn't even make sense, though. I don't get it. What did I do
usage
wrong?
Is over 60%. Now that I'm monitoring it carefully, now we're not dropping frames, of course. It's also using the most memory at the moment, like it's using the highest amount of RAM.
Really?
Yeah, even more than Google Chrome. Which famously uses a lot of RAM, of course. Again, I don't know anything about Unreal, so I can't really help there. I can just report to you what I'm getting.
That's silly. I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't know. OBS seems to be compensating at the moment.
I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
I'm gonna do that. Everybody, I think, yeah, everybody totally knows this game. What am I trying to say? Somebody in comments said that they wanted to show the highest combo you've ever gotten. And yeah, I totally agree. That's something I'm gonna do.
I got like 42 earlier. I think that's my highest.
Ooh.
Ooh. I'm trying to beat my high score one last time.
I believe in you!
Up to 14,000 dropped frames. And it's still going up.
My best combo is like 60 something, I think. I don't know because it doesn't get recorded, but
I also noticed some tearing on the bomb beans. Sometimes.
What? Tearing?
Yeah. Or like
screen tearing?
Yeah. Where like the two parts of like the two sides of the bean are not lined up. There's like a line down the middle. It's
that
like
doesn't even make sense.
Rather than horizontal like screen tearing usually is. Yeah. There's like vertical
that
tearing on the bomb beans.
That doesn't even make sense.
Not always though. I only noticed it a couple times.
What on earth would cause that?
I don't know. I'm trying to look for it again, but I haven't seen it again.
Well, this is making me upset.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I got some optimization to do.
Yeah, I'm not sure on how to do that, though. Or, well, not just not sure, I just don't know at all how to do any of that with Unreal. I barely even know how to do it with Game Maker, so... I've almost never had to run into optimization issues with Game Maker, though, so...
Huh.
I'm gonna do a couple things, when I put out the full final... Oh, there it was! I saw a red one tearing again. It's usually when they're over on the left side of the screen.
That doesn't make any sense at all. I don't get it. It's not like they're made of two separate sprites or anything.
Zazzy Lavender asks what language. Oh, there. Oh yeah, they tear really hard when they're in that specific row.
It's written in Unreal's visual
Whoa,
scripting
there it went.
language.
Yeah. And I also notice they tear. I notice some little stutters in the game, and then there's tearing on the red bean.
Has a flu visualizer? Oh,
The
GPU visualizer. Well, now I'm sad. I wanted this stream to be really positive.
Oh, it's just a minor little thing. In the end.
I'm really proud of this game, though.
Yeah, me too. Sorry, I'm not trying to like be a downer with it. I just thought it was important to mention these things that I notice. Got a big combo there.
Jones barbecue and big combo.
Still didn't get a higher score though. I just figured if I was noticing things like this, you would probably want to hear about them.
1.0 material? Yay, thank you! That's good!
I know optimization is a scary thing, but...
Yay, thank you, Vis! Yay! I'm really glad everyone likes it. That makes me so happy.
Yeah, I like it a lot. I'm gonna try a couple more times to go for a higher score, and I think we'll be good. It's definitely a game that you can get sucked into, because I've been playing this for quite a while now. And
Yeah.
I like just playing.
Do you like the click clack when Margie's walking around?
Yeah, it's funny.
I like
Cassie
the
does funny
contrast
sound
between
effects.
like how hard her feet are, and how squishy she is. So like when you land from a high height, you'll squish a ton, but you'll also hear the hard clacking of her feet. I love that contrast.
Oh, it's like a real chicken then. They're fluffy, and they have like hard scaly legs.
Yeah. Oh, Zazzy, the
pooping.
controls are basically one button, so
Yeah.
you just have left and right on either control stick, actually. I'm not sure if I can get control remapping in this game, but I have made the default control scheme very, hopefully, accessible. So yeah, it's just you can use either control stick to move left and right, and then you use, like, the A button / bottom face button to jump, and then when you're in the air, it's the dive instead. And that's basically all of the controls, except for you can also use the trigger to fast fall. But I actually want to make it so that, like, I think I'll put in an option so that you can do that by also, like, pressing down on the control stick. Just the controller I'm using to test this is very drifty, so... yeah, I don't want to have the drift constantly messing me up when I'm testing. So
wait, I didn't die there.
For that.
I assumed I had fallen, but the bomb saved me, but I lost it because I restarted.
Do you like how you can do those, like, rad saves?
Yeah, if only I, like, realized that it was happening before I gave up. Alright, I think this will be my last attempt, so let's make it a good one.
But yeah, anyway, as I was saying, you could also play with one hand because either of the bumpers is jump / dive, and then the triggers are both for, fast falling. and then you could use either control stick to move. So it's like you could play it with one hand, which could be either hand, basically.
Can I play it with one butt cheek?
So yeah, I can't promise fully remappable controls, but I hope that the default control scheme is as accessible as possible.
Like how you just didn't even answer my question.
What?
I said, can I play it with one butt cheek?
Oh. You're not allowed.
Oh. Well,
I will
other
see if I
people
can
are.
figure out full remapping, though. I've just never done that in Unreal before.
Ow! Fiddlesticks. Well, that was close.
Fiddle
Well, thank you for well, thank you for letting me stream your little game, Cassie.
You're welcome. Thank you for playing.
Oh.
I really like watching you play.
Yeah, Biss, I'm excited for you to finish photo mode. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be fantastic.
Yeah. It's gonna be a big hot dog.
So I've got.
Yay! Thank you for saying it was cute.
Yeah. As I said earlier, I've got us penciled in for our big SpongeBob stream tomorrow.
Oh yeah, penciled.
I really hope we can do that one, Cassie. I'm so excited for it.
Thank you for watching, everyone. I'm really happy.
Yeah, thank you for
it.
letting me stream it.
It's coming soon for
Yay.
99 cents.
It's
Same
gonna be a lot of
price
fun.
as a candy.
People are gonna love it.
Actually, candy's probably more expensive. Isn't it weird that candy is probably more expensive than this game?
Dang,
Yay! Thank you, Elfie Faye.
that drawing I made today is getting exciting. Exciting? No, it's getting a lot of likes. That's what I meant to say.
Good.
It wasn't even the word exciting on my screen. Where did I get that word from?
I think I said it.
Oh, that I heard you say it, and then I said it. Gotcha. Yeah, it's getting a lot of
Thank
attention.
you so much, everyone.
It's up to 93 likes already. Dang. Usually takes like a week to get that many if my drawings get it. But this is like in one day. I guess I know what my audience likes now. But yeah,
Like
this is amazing.
mouse.
This is really good, Cassie.
Yay! Thank you so much.
I'm glad I got to show
really
it.
Happy you like it.
He is. So yeah, we may do a stream tomorrow. It'll be lots of SpongeBob stuff. We're gonna, when we do that stream, it is we're gonna look at the theater in Battle for Bikini Bottom, and then and then we're looking at cutscenes from the last Nicktoons Unite game because they are incredible. And then I have a big collection of images of weird SpongeBob merchandise because there has been a lot of that over the years, and I've got a big collection of it to look at with you. So that's going to be a lot of fun.
I'm excited for the VOD of this.
Yeah. Well, hopefully it'll look okay because there was a lot of frame drops, but well, yeah, there's not a lot to show. Like, Pio is just kind of a simple game.
Yeah.
It's not going to be like an hours-long stream. But yeah, hopefully we can be back tomorrow. And then Tuesday we'll be with Biss, and we're playing Day Shift at Freddy's. And then Thursday is going to be more Paper Mario Origami King and Bug Fables. So that's the week. And then whenever my GameCube memory card gets here, we're going to stream Pac-Man World 2. And Cassie wants to join me for that too.
Yes.
At least some of it. I'm just going to stream that game, and then if you're around to join, Cassie, I'll let you do so. So that's how that one will work. So no pressure on that. Yeah, thanks everybody.
Okay.
I'll see you again soon.
Thank you.
Thanks for streaming today, Cassie. It was lots of fun.
Yay!
Bye-bye.
It was lots of fun seeing you play it.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, everybody.